Hey guys, Kerry Duke again, and we are going to add a couple of things to our lead gen project. Let me show you where we are real quick. Get the rankings up here. These are the rankings as of, what is today, October 15th. We've got 2 on page 5, several on page 6, page 8, some page 9, some page 10s. Lots on page 2. So we're running into a situation where we're going to have to go ahead and put a design on our website. We still haven't done that. We added some content, and that's about it. So what we're going to do today, what I'm going to show you to do, what I do today is I've made some videos and I'm going to upload them to YouTube. I've made some alterations to the search terms, expanded that list. I'm going to show you, exactly what I've done, and I will show you exactly how I set up a YouTube video to be optimized for a whole bunch of search terms. So let's go ahead and take a look at the the keywords first. Now we have 3 towns we're going after: Stockbridge, McDonough, and Decatur. They're all in Georgia. They're all, east and south of Atlanta. So what I do is I break each town into its own set of videos, and basically in this case I'm creating 4 videos for each town, and then we take all of this information. These are the search terms blown up for each individual city, and as you can see, this is the first set for Stockbridge, with Stockbridge at the beginning. We have all of these various terms. Then I also have those terms comma separated. I'll show you why in a minute. Then I have the second set, and basically it's the same search term with Stockbridge on the back of it, again comma separated. Then I've got my third set, and this is down here. It's got Stockbridge plus the state initial after that, GA, and again comma separated. My fourth set, which is Stockbridge and the state spelled out with Georgia, and again comma separated in the back. Alright, so what am I going to do with, basically 200 and some odd search terms? What are we going to do with all that? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to take the 4 videos that we've uploaded, we're going to put them on YouTube, and then we're going to work with them a little bit. So as you can see, I've already uploaded these to YouTube, and I used a default setting in the channel to go ahead and pre-fill all the information except for the title. And you can do the same thing, just go into channels and defaults and then set up the things that you want to be default. So for instance, I've got all these tags. They upload once. I don't have to put them in every single time. I just upload them as a batch. So like with Stockbridge, I upload these 4, and before I upload them, I'll go ahead and into the channel and set my defaults. Now I've left this up here so that we can work with all 4 of them at the same time. Makes it a lot easier instead of going back and forth and messing with them. So this is what gets uploaded, and you can increase the size of this so you can see it. All of this is uploaded to every single one of these, but I want to change some of this. When we get down to the bottom here, let me take that space out there. We don't need all that space. Need one. There we go. Okay. Alright, so at the bottom here you can see I had a comma separated list already in there. Well, I'm going to take that out because I want to make sure that each of these has a set that is unique to that video. And since this one is labeled septic system repair, then we're going to grab the set. Actually, it doesn't really matter. I mean, they all have the same search terms in it, so let's just grab the first set at the bottom here, or at the top. Let's grab this list right here, and then we will drop it in at the bottom of this description. Oh my goodness. Well, you know why that happens is when you use a text pad file and you haven't saved it. So let's do this. I'm gonna pause real quick and then I'll be right back. Okay, we're going to take this again, we're going to copy it, paste it, and we should get the right look. There we go. Alright, and that's all we do. You know, they say, well, you don't want to keyword stuff, but yeah, that I've never seen an issue with this in 5 years, so we're going to keep doing it until it doesn't work. Alright, so that's what we do for the first one. You know, in my titles, just so you know, you have 100 characters up here for your title, and you want to use as many of them as you can. And a formula that works really well for me is to put a search term plus a phone number and a pipe, and then a second similar search term up there. Now in the description, one thing I like to do always is I like to have the URL up here, very number one. The second thing I want to have is I want to put this on the same line, put that phone number in there, and I want to put in a call to action with call us now. Okay, and that's typically what will show up in the search results. And then, you know, just I have a generic paragraph right here about this service, and then I fill it in with some scraped article that I've modified, and then I have my search terms down here, so it ends up being very unique. And let's go to advanced settings real quick. In advanced settings, I always use the news and politics. I don't care what kind of video it is. Well, I say I don't care. I only do local marketing, so that's what I use. Okay, and then I also put in the Latin Lounge for the video location, and this is Stockbridge. And you can find it real easy. Just type in the city and the state and do a search, and it'll put it in there for you. What else do? I don't allow comments, I don't allow ratings, and that's about it. Okay, alright, so let's go back to the base. This one is saved, it's ready to go, and tags are good. One thing I found is that, you know, you get a choice of these thumbnails down here, and basically the middle one is the default, is right in the center of the video time wise. If you don't like it, if you don't like that one, check the one on the left or the one on the right. You might like that a little better. I'm going to go with the face, the little baby that's crying. I think that works a little better. So again, now we're at video 2. Let's make this a little larger, make these fixes real quick, and we'll come down here. We know we have another fix over here. Take a couple spaces out and a couple spaces out here, just make it look a little better. And we're going to take this default paragraph out, and we're going to go over to this section. We're going to grab the second set, and we're going to copy that, and we're going to paste it in. So we get a little variety in the search terms, because each of these sets is a little bit different, as we spoke about earlier, and when that set is associated with that video, we're going to get a wider spread of our search terms. It does take about 4 videos, because if you try to take all of these search terms and put them in a comma deleted form like this, it's like 8,200 characters. Well, you only get 5,000 characters in this description box, so that's way too much. It doesn't allow us to get any of the other information that we need to have in there. So now we're good. I'm going to use the family on that one, and I did the same thing with the advanced settings and with the title here. Stockbridge hot water heater repair. When we did the keyword search initially, we didn't use the word hot. I've come to find out since that maybe hot water is better than just water heater. So we have some that are water heater, we have some that are hot water heater. We just want to make sure we cover them all. And when we have it like this, you know, we can get credit for hot water heater, we can get credit for water heater, we can get you know, water heater repair, all of that in there. So we're all good to go. And let's go to the third one. we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make this a little larger so we can see it. Take some of these spaces out, and we'll be good to go in just a second. And one of the things that we're going to take a look at is also how long does it take for these videos to go from YouTube to Google page 1, because it really doesn't make any difference for me if these are on YouTube or not. I want them on Google, and I want them on page 1 of Google search results for the terms that we're looking at. And if we do things correctly and we get a little bit lucky, we should see these on page 1 relatively quickly. And when I say quickly, back in the day I have had some that hit page 1 within a minute on a regular basis. It's a little bit slower these days, but still we're talking usually hours versus minutes, or versus days. Hours versus days. Alright, so let's take that out. Let's go down here to the last one. And so it does take a little while to get all this set up correctly. And I don't do anything differently than I've shown you in previous videos. I use the keyword tool, the revenue wire keyword tool. I do the same thing. I've got the city here. I've got 52 different search terms, as the variations of these search terms, and then I have the cities over here, and I just create a great big massive list, and then I use a spinner to take this list and then spin it into pipes, and then I just use Notepad to do a copy, or replace all with the pipe and a comma. Boom, I have a list. It doesn't take very long to get all of this done. And you have, in this case, we have 208 search terms. I will load all of these 208 search terms into my search tracker and track for all 4 of these video URLs to see what kind of ranking results that we get. So there's that. And so basically, listen, we have the family here. I'm going to keep the family because nobody wants to look at a septic system there. Same here. Same there. Okay, so if I want to get real creative, I can put a custom thumbnail in, and you do have to enable and verify the Google YouTube, or the YouTube channel, so that you can get a custom thumbnail in. But I always verify these because I use a specially created Google account. It has a specially created YouTube account, but I'm not optimizing this YouTube channel to be a business channel because I'm going to be using this for something else, and this other tool that I use doesn't allow for the ability to use a sub channel, like a created channel. So I have to use the original channel. So I've got my made up guy up here. I forget what his name is, but everything else is real, and when it posts it looks like it'll be posted by a real person. Alright, so now we're ready to make these live, and let's go ahead and make it public and publish. We're going to make this one public and publish. Make it. And see, I think it's easier when you upload in a batch. You can work with them like this, and it's just so much easier to get it exactly the way you want. Alright, so we are good to go. Now they're all now live on YouTube. Okay. Alright, so let's take a look at the time. Let's go back over here. Alright, so today's date is October 15th. It is, let's refresh that and see what time it is. It is 1:57. Okay. Alright, so that's where we are right now. I'll make another video when these start ranking, and then in the meantime we'll start looking at in the next video we're going to start looking at some, I guess the thing we should do is build out our theme, make it a little bit prettier, and we'll start looking at classified ads. Alright, so until the next time.